Welcome everybody to Big Beard and Friends episode 291. Listen, it's been a heck of a ride. I want to go ahead and start it off by saying I don't know what you are doing or where you're at in your life or what's going on. We all have ups and downs. We all have twists and turns. And we do have our own, said problems. But listen, I promise you that things will get better. I know all the time you hear it, and week after week after week, I get on here and I say, oh, things are going to be better, things are going to do this, things are going to, and for the most part, they will. But it's easier said than done, I get it, but don't give up. You're somebody. And not only you're somebody, you're someone to somebody. So remember that people are watching you, people are looking, and every time you think someone's not, no matter if it's a child or a family member or a friend, someone's watching you and they're looking up to you. And that's true. And you don't know that. You don't know that, but they are. But tonight I want to go ahead and talk about some things. And I think that tonight's topic, I'm going to talk about together. Now, when you think together, I don't know what you think of. I don't know where you go with this. You might think adverb. I don't know what you think. But I will tell you, when together is in a sentence, it changes the sentence. When together is in a relationship, it changes the relationship, you dig? So many of us are literally walking around wishing we had a together moment or something that might have been that is no longer. But see, you take the word together, and it says that it's with or in proximity to another person or people. And you can use that in like together they climbed the dark stairs. Together they walked into the church. Together they strove. You see what I'm saying? But so if you understand that together is a type of combination, right? Together. Okay, combining. Collectively, that's what it means. But you're taken together. You're these measurements that in life that happens in our life, significantly happens. We have to have a combination to go with together in order to have a relationship. I guess what I'm trying to say is companionship is in togethership, right? Togetherness, companionship. It's two people like married in a relationship with each other. Usually it's a sexual relationship. It's a thing where you're involved, and that's companionship together. Now, you can, at the same time, you got to understand that together could be something someone doesn't want to hear. Simultaneously, we know what it means because it's got the similar stuff to it, But I'm talking together, being together without interruption. Your relationship, what you do is very important. We need that self-confidence or that level-headed, that well-organized comfort, I guess. I don't know. I'm taking everything that I'm reading about it and saying, together, you can, achieve more. So have you heard that acronym? TEAM. TEAM is team. Some of you know this. Together, everyone achieves more. One of the rappers that I listen to actually say that a lot in his songs. And he's an artist. He's a very, very good guy. You might have heard of Lazy Bone. So yeah, I'm plugging him there. He doesn't need it. He's awesome. But all right, get back to him right here. When you put together everyone achieves more and you do a team, what happens? Teamwork makes the dream work. You've heard that and you often go, oh, well, that's just one of those things that you might say. It doesn't make sense. You just want to make people feel better. No, really understand together means together. Together. You know what I'm saying? I guess it comes down once again to companionship, but you can have your friendship. You can come together with friendship, or you can go against friendship. We're not walking around and trying to say that just because you're not together with somebody, or you might not know the way to talk about it, that it's wrong, togetherness. But a simple meaning is together means like the same place or group, the same time. People or things that are in close proximity. If you share each other's heart together, then you love each other together. You have a relationship together. However, as much as I'm talking about together, the flip side of this is what? Apart. So you can't have together without having apart, and you can't have apart without together in a sense. It comes down to respecting each other's boundaries. It comes down to wanting to unite for a purpose. It comes down to understanding that not only is it like, collectively or jointly or concurrently, that's both of you, it's important to express even to each other that sometimes you might not understand what it means. Well, the relationship with your friends, obviously you're going to be different with the relationship with your companionships, right? But there's people out there. I've been listening to a great woman, Mel, I think it is Mel Brooks lately, and she has been saying there's people out there who are going to talk about you. They're going to say things about you. They're going to chastise you no matter what you do. And you know what she says? Let them. So if you're not with a companion, if you're not together with someone, that's none of no one's business. It's all about you doing you knowing what's right for you. And if you're real mature, you know together, the long term, that romantic relationship actually depends on the context, but it generally implies that a sense of unity has happened, a connection has happened. I've said it before several times tonight, the companionship has happened. If you do not have that, it doesn't mean that, oh, your life's hell, or you're going to hell under him. So what? Maybe you did and you don't now, and now you've learned? It's not no one's business. If you want to work stronger than together, over 10:9 tells you that it's a bond that goes deeper than just physical. You know? His faithfulness and his love. Read that in Mark. It connects that point, that it points to a greater love and a greater commitment. Once again, biblically, you're together. I myself love my God, love my Jesus. I couldn't do much, and that's me. I couldn't do much without the man upstairs. Couldn't do much in my life and would not have been able to do probably anything that has been righteous and great. And people say, you pray, don't you? Yeah, I pray. But you know something? Me personally, let me tell you here about Big Beer just for a second. There is some of my best moments of my life I've never prayed for. You dig? They've happened. Some of the best moments. Now, I'm not saying that prayers haven't been answered or I haven't seen a prayer come to, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we are blessed. I had been blessed. It's a real thing if you have God in your relationship, and that's you. When you come together, the unity, the union. And once again, if you're not a religious person or you don't think about this, you can think about Together, love. You can think like this, like people do. Caring for someone deeply because you choose to. That is a big commitment in itself. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what others think. It don't matter what things. It's you have to love, right? When you love, you care for someone, once again, deeply because you choose to. They do something to you. They attract to you. So maybe that kind of togetherness is what you need or what you feel. It doesn't always look or feel the same for everyone. And you know what? That's okay. I've been called names. I've been called so many negative things for trying to express feelings. And the thing is, they get that confused with thinking that you still can't slap a mother. I'm just saying. But look at the word, right? Together. Take that for, let's stay on track here, Blake. Big Bear's got to stay on track. Compatible. In sync, right? When you're harmonious, that's a word I love using. Harmonious. Like well, it's probably more harmony, like harmonious, but it has to do with harmony. When you're in harmony with each other, paired. A good word to use would be something like, together would be like isomorphic, you know? It's beyond, even if it's not the word you're looking for, it's defined. It's out there. Togetherness. Knowing that you're going to stay and have a bond. You could say stronger together is better. I think people have said that, but that's another story I don't want to dive into. If you understand that, you understand that. We're not going to talk about that. When you look at what together can mean, I know it's like beating a dead horse. I keep mentioning the word. I keep saying the word, right? Well, tonight's about together. It generally means, okay, let me see if I can get this right. And once again, it's just Big Beard here. There's two people have committed, romantic and often exclusive partnership, right? Rather than just casual dating, right? When you think together, it's like the overall view, right? With, it's a preposition, it's connecting the two nouns together with, it can mean association, I suppose. You can associate with, or in addition to. Sounds funny, but it's real. If you are, and I know this isn't in the title tonight and together, but if you are in a relationship where you're not together with someone, guess what? That's okay too. One, it's none of mine nor anyone else's business why you may or may not be. And two, it can build you. Who's not to say that what happened, if that's the case, if this is the case, and you're not together with someone, who's not to say that now you're better? I don't know everybody's situation. I'm just trying to say that you have a choice. And make it a good choice. Don't let people, don't let them talk about you. Don't let them get to you. You're not together with someone. Oh, what's your age? Are you going to be with someone? Oh, are you going to do this at someone's age? Oh, I see at your age. You should try this. I think that you should. They're all opinions. While I respect a lot of people, I don't always respect if they're mean. I guess I can honor an opinion, but you gotta value an opinion, but you can't value an opinion unless you honor an opinion. Excuse me. And do people get that mixed up? And then there's constructive criticism, where friends will tell you for your own good that you're a mess up. Huh? You did? People will tell you in the wrong way you don't want to hear, but need to hear the right words. You can be together enough with the friendship, together you're tight enough, your bond is that even friends can correct you, slap you with the hand that feeds you type, you know what I'm saying? Friends, Busy Bone said that friends come and go, friends can be your biggest enemy, family can be your biggest enemy. Sometimes it's just about time and space. So maybe you need time and space, and you're together, it's just not there right now. Like I said, that's okay. It's no one's business that who you associate with. You got to know each other's needs. And I'm going to tell you now, I've looked this up, but I'm going to tell you it's true. Did you know there's things that you can look up like what a woman needs in a relationship? No, I don't have the answers to everything. I know there's so much more. But you got to generally include this right here in your relationship. Listen to this. Get ready to take notes if you have to take notes. This is what, generally speaking, you have to give to a woman. If you want to be together, you have one of several. Emotional security and safety, folks. You dig? Give her that emotional security. She can cry on your shoulder. She can be there for you. You can be there for her. And that's hard. I get it. And the safety? Who don't want to feel safe? And then you got that deep connection, that intimacy, that open communication, which, once again, is not easy for everyone. Everybody's going through something. But together, you can do more, you can achieve more, you can be more. And yeah, sure, alone you can be strong too. You can be brave and courageous. But when you have sometimes the purest form of love given to you, expressed to you, or even taken from you, you dig? The purest form of love, it says it's generally described as like unconditional, selfless, and given without the expectation of any kind of return, right? So there's people out there who you can have a together relationship, a partnership, or even, once again, I believe, a friendship. That's a kind of togetherness. You can have it enough with each other and not want anything in return, you know? You dig? I mean, does that sound like... It probably sounds crazy and corny, right? But people are out there. And let me tell you something from experience. If somebody really makes fun of you for their own entertainment, like say at a job and points and laughs and really makes a big deal, not just joshing you and giving you jokes and, just pranking you, but really meaning it, and perhaps you're the person watching for some reason. You do this to people. If this happens to you, the person's mean. And if you are watching this and you're the person who likes to call people out and embarrass them, and you like to try to do things to get others to laugh, to be on your side, to entertain their foolishness for your pleasure, to give you some kind of bravado gain. If that's you, you're an asshole. Plain and simple. Stop bullying people. Whether they're alone or whether they're together with someone. If you're bullying people, stop it. Now, I'm sitting here talking to a camera saying, stop it. So you can make fun of me, right? Yeah, that's fine. I've got pretty thick skin. It takes a lot. Because when I unleash on people, they hate it or they want to. Anyway, let's get back to the same topic here. Together, we can learn more. Whether it's me saying something, or you saying something, or her, or him, or them, or they, whoever it may be, if we learn together, what happens if you learn together? What would happen? You can grow together. You have that selfless and unconditional, compassionate, considerate love that's the purest form that I'm talking about. Right? You have that unity, that union, once again, that teamwork, and one of my favorite words is collaboration with each other. I know that comes and goes, and I know there's people out there who sit there and go, listen, Big Beard, you don't understand. And everybody goes through life different, and this is happening, and this is also happening. You don't have, and look, you're right. I don't know that some people might not have the harmony and the synergy and the unity to be together, to do the thing. You know? And it's okay. But you can still relate, right? Right? Is that what it's called? When you relate and you what is it? The two things? What's that called? What's it called when you relate two things together? It's a preposition, right? Is that what I said? So, bringing, that's a relationship between like the noun or the pronoun, right? But it's another word in a sentence. So you have love, teamwork, have that conjunction, like grammar. I'm not going in like a grammatical spelling of this, but I'm saying it's equal words or phrases or clauses or stuff like that. But relationships is what I'm talking about. Together in a relationship, you can grow, you can learn more, you can do more. You don't have to say we stay together. I guess what I'm saying on tonight's episode is together or not together, you learn from growth, you learn from growing, collaborating, cooperating, to team up, and you join forces, and when you do come together, for real, that collaborative like project, even if it's a project or a relationship, you will grow more. You learn from it. I'm simply implying that a more formal way of what? Of together. I know sometimes it seems like I'm, at least to me, backtracking on my words, not saying certain things, but maybe that's not meant for you. Maybe you're struggling right now, wondering, well, what? How do I know that I'm meant to be together, Big Beard? You keep saying, well, listen. Some of the signs here could be that you're meant to be together. Some of them include, you dig? Listen, take notes. Tonight's a good one. Feeling secure and at ease, right? Being your authentic self without fear of judgment, folks. Right? I mean, we all would like that, right? Wouldn't you love to just be yourself and without any judgment happening? Imagine how you feel. Right? I struggle personally. I'll interject my story. I struggle with people accepting who I really am. How about that? Thinking that if you're loud, you're hyper, or you've talked a certain way, or oh, he proved a point and he doesn't have a doctorate. Whatever it may be, that's who I am. So, I mean, everybody should be who you are, but to be your authentic self, inside out, all your flaws, all the stuff that makes you you, all the stuff you hate that people like, and everything in between that makes you you. You can be your authentic self, right? With that fear, without the fear of judgment. That's one. These are some of the signs that include, like, you might be needing this relationship together. When you share that deep connection, right? Listen to this. When you share that deep connection built on trust and open communication, when you share that deep connection, it does something. I guess it's ultimately that sign, it says, of feeling home. Like, this is my place. This is my people. This is my tribe. And I love them. And this is what it's going to be, because this is who I'm supposed to be. That feeling of comfortability, you know? When you're supported and you're generally happy in each other's company, right? That comfort. Once again, maybe, and I've said this a few times today, maybe, just maybe, you don't have that. And maybe you do. And maybe there's a secret you're hanging on to that shows longevity in relationships that people don't even know yet. Maybe it's just a simple act of communication, security. Right? When you share core values, right, and find that time flies when you're together, you can't get enough of each other, but you don't want to be together all the time. You want that support, but you don't want to be apart. You feel secure. You're always like yourself, and there's like no constant judgment, and you can confide in each other, and you can trust them with like almost anything. That does something to the heart, man. I don't know, maybe I'm just in my feels tonight, folks. I'm not real sure. But I know one thing. Together, not only can you learn and grow, you can create beautiful, beautiful, beautiful memories and lives and little people. Together, you can create a family. Whatever your together is, even if it's you and your cat. Hey, right now everybody's different. Whatever your together is, keep doing it. Keep making it happen. It'll be all right. Folks, that's all I've got for you tonight here. I'm glad you kept with the 30 minutes of my Big Beard banter. Listen, I'm going to tell you, man, 291 weeks that's 291 Fridays. I don't always go live. I did for like almost a year. But it's 291 Fridays. That's like 295 for me, because I had some episodes and shows things in there before I get my first episode. But yeah, anyway, listen, go have a good Friday, and whatever day it is you're watching this, I hope it continues to be a good day. There's 3 words that I say that take me out every show, and I don't remember every show. Oh, love, peace, chicken grease, and later, guys, and thanks for watching.